I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Jason Schemmel. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. How about you, sir?
I am excellent, my friend, excellent as can be. Please tell us which of your talents, or before we even do that, like what part of the world are you in right now, Jason?
I'm from the United States in Michigan.
Oh, sweet. It's a nice temperature there right now, isn't it?
We're just moving into the winter season right now, so it's getting a little chilly out, but it's still nice.
Beautiful. Well, tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Which of my talents? I would say social media and just networking.
Sweet.
I found you on LinkedIn, and I saw what you were doing with your podcast, and I love it, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, my friend, that is what it's all about. Having conversations, I believe, are so powerful, and I'm glad that you reached out. It's a great pleasure to connect with you. So who did you learn the skill of what is necessary to communicate via social media from?
It was kind of a learned habit. Even from a young age, I loved having a lot of friends. I loved helping others, and in helping them grow and assisting others, it helped me feel passionate. It helped me feel fulfilled, and so that's just been my lifelong journey.
Sounds like fun. So
yeah, it's been very rewarding.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's amazing how when you give, you receive. Like who thought, right?
Absolutely. Hey, happiness is a perfume that when you spread it off to others, you can't help but get a few drops on yourself.
I love it. Whoop, whoop. It's the first time I heard that. Wow. Love it.
I heard it from someone. I can't take credit for originating it, but I heard it from somewhere. And that's something that's always stuck in the back of my mind. You know, if we just treat others with happiness, we get happiness in return.
Yeah. I have a good friend that says, hey, if I hear something from you and I use it more than 3 times, it's mine. And he did that, right? He did that.
Yeah.
I heard from a Ghanaian, a guy from Ghana, right? He everything he would say, a pleasure, I treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I love that. So then I started it, and no, it's mine, right?
Right? Yeah, so you own that now.
I do. Well, tell us about the podcast that you do, please, Jason.
Yeah, so it's called the Get Shit Done Chat. And really the basis of it is I bring my guests on one by one, and we talk about the awesome stuff that they're doing. But at the same time, we also kind of pull the curtain back and look into kind of the day-to-day stuff that a lot of people don't see. So these are people that you've probably seen online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, or through other various websites or connections. And you see that they have some great success, but a lot of people fall into that trap of just thinking, you know, they're so successful, they have it so easy. You know, there's no way I can get to the same status that they do. And so that's what we cover in the podcast is we talk about the daily challenges and the roadblocks and some of the setbacks that they've experienced that ultimately led to their success. So that way it in a sense humanizes the people so that the listeners can see that, oh, these people are just like me. Even today, they're facing the same challenges I'm facing. So I'm perfectly capable of being just as successful, if not more successful than these people.
How has this podcast affected you as the host?
For me, it's taught me a lot because I've brought on people from all sorts of various backgrounds. So it's really interesting to see the different challenges that people have faced, but in the greater scope of things, it's all very similar challenges. And a lot of it just had to deal with that cloud of doubt where you're just thinking, I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if this is going to be successful. And the weird thing that really stuck out with me is that this is a daily thing that they struggle with. Even if they're doing amazing, they're really kicking tail and everything, they still think they haven't made it yet.
Yeah, definitely have seen that. It's a pretty amazing thing to have the opportunity to unveil an individual. It means that they need to trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, who did you learn building trust from others from?
I absolutely do think it's a skill. It didn't come from any one person. I mean, it started with my parents and then teaching me how to trust others, how to be trusted, I think was another huge thing, because once you break that trust, it's so hard to get it back. And I think in working hard to build that trust with other people, in turn, you start valuing their trust, and you make sure that you don't break that trust.
Yeah, definitely.
It's something you just learn over time with relatives, with friends, with bosses, and other people you come into connection with.
Well said. Well said. So
Thank you.
that's 2 in a row, right? First the perfume.
2 for 2.
Yeah. Well, tell me, Jason, one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years, please.
I'd have to say it's helping others, always extending a helping hand to help others. So that's definitely my passion in life, is helping others get either out of a rut that they may be stuck in, or maybe get to the next step if someone is struggling with something, whether if it's professionally or even personally. I always try and make myself available to hear them out, because oftentimes people are afraid to ask for help. And they think that so many other people around them are so busy that no one's going to give them the time of day to help them out. And so everyone's afraid to ask for help. So whenever I feel someone is in need of help, no matter how big or how small, I always try and ask them, you're like, hey, is everything okay? Is there something you need to vent about or get off your mind? Because if so, I'm here to help. Any way I can help, I'm here to do it.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel very happy, because for me, in offering help to other people, that way I can help convince myself that it's okay to ask for help. So even if I have that shred of doubt, if I have that voice in the back of my head that says, no, everyone's too busy, I can just think, wait, no, I haven't been so busy that I can't offer help. Surely these other people are thinking the same thing. And so that gives me the confidence to ask for help.
Suggest to someone that's listening, Jason, why they should even consider doing what you have done by, just having that open arms type model then for helping others.
Why they should consider that?
Yeah.
It really all goes back to the golden rule, where treat others the way that you expect to be treated in return. It's kind of like Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world.
Love it. Well, amazing audience, we are live with Jason Schemmel, and you can definitely check him out. He is the podcast host of that title he just used that my children aren't going to hear me say. That I'm sure you all remember.
Hopefully it's a memorable title.
Which is Get, and then there's the S, and then there's the asterisk, and then there's the T. Did I leave out one letter? No, so the SH asterisk. Let's do that. T.
So the kid version it's the Get Stuff Done.
There we go. Ooh, so yeah. The GSD, Get Stuff Done. Well, my friend, sure, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, if you look up on Twitter, #GSD Chat, you'll be able to find it. So you don't have to type in that word.
There we go. All right, my friend, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful warm blue Caribbean water. Jason, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory? Oh man, that would have to be when I was about 4 years old. We were at our old house. We're still in Michigan. And I remember my parents are in the bathroom. They're doing their hair. My mom's putting on her makeup. My dad's combing his hair. They're both getting ready for work. And I'm asking them if I can have a candy bar for breakfast. I can't remember which one it was, but I was asking if I could have a candy bar before I went to school, to preschool. And my mom told me no, that I had to eat my cereal first, and I didn't want to.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Absolutely, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I think your mother was actually screaming GSD before you get your candy.
Surprised you got other stuff to do before you can reward yourself. You can't start with a reward.
Yeah, it's definitely the thing. No, most definitely. I think she was definitely training you to understand the values of what is required first before you get the thing you desire.
Oh, I love it. That's a really good interpretation.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song when I was 12 years old? Oh boy, this would have been in the early 90s. Man, what was... it would have been Don't Stop Believing by the band Journey.
Okay, all right. Well, it definitely does connect. Like, you're the guy who helps other people, and you're saying to them, don't stop believing, right? Most times.
Absolutely.
And there we go. It's amazing how it connects, isn't it?
Right?
All right.
Love it. Yeah.
Well, Jason, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Jason, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
Not yet.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
No.
What about screen time, the phone under the computer, more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
More.
After 1,001 conversations in 3 months, I came up with a workbook. The name of it is called Yours. It stands for Your Own Unique Real Self, where you answer similar questions to these with the idea of hopefully you connecting to your mission statement, which I call Your Own Unique Real Statement. Yours again. If you, Jason, had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Jason Schemmel, what would you say that is?
My statement would have to be your authentic, genuine self. Or, I'm sorry, don't be afraid to be your authentic, genuine self.
Love it. Jason, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would just say keep going. I absolutely love what you're doing, and I cannot wait to hear your other guests' answers to these questions and the time machine journey that you've gone on with them.
Yeah, it was fun with you. Jason Schemmel, my friend, again, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Angel, thank you so much, man. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.